Hello, welcome to my channel and thanks for tuning into this video. Today I'm going to be talking about some new and upcoming makeup releases and makeup related releases that have caught my interest very recently, and so I'm just going to be talking about them. I'll do my best to put up some pictures so you can see what I'm talking about, so if you'd like to see all of that, just keep on watching. First up, this is something that I just saw yesterday, posted on Instagram. And I got an email from Beautylish as well, and it's the Sonia G Lotus series brushes. When I got this email, I was so excited to see the little sneak peek of these brushes. So as of now, we don't really have any details about them, but there's just this photo with what looks like 6 brushes. And they have this beautiful warm purple metallic ferrule on them, and then it looks like the brush handle itself is kind of an ombre from a blush pink to a white, and they just look so beautiful. I don't know if these are some new brushes or if they're just restyling some of her existing brush designs or not. There's one of them that looks kind of similar to the Jumbo Blender, one that looks a little bit like the Mini Booster but maybe a little bit smaller. And then there's what appears to be a fan brush that somewhat resembles the Sculpt 4, but I can't tell if it's angled like the Sculpt 4 or not. There's one that looks a little bit like, I think it's the Classic Cheek. I don't have that one. One of the blush brushes from the Sky set. It looks maybe similar to that. One that looks a little bit like the Mini Cheek, but perhaps the bristles are a little bit longer. And then one that maybe looks like the Flat Definer. So as I said, I don't know if these are all new designs or a mixture of new and old designs, or if they're all just sort of re-promotes of existing brushes in her collection, but I'm very excited about them, and I'll definitely be keeping my eye out for more information about these brushes because they look really beautiful. And I can remember even before I had bought any Sonia G brushes, I never went for it because I wasn't a huge fan of the colors of the handles. I know that's not really an important thing. The most important thing is the function, but the whole package is important to me. So I had always wished that she had some with like pink handles. So it's really exciting to see these ones coming out, and I just can't wait to find out some more information about these. All right, now the next few that I'm going to be talking about, I found out about on Instagram through Angel Naked One. And I'll just put the handle up there. I think it's a Russian beauty blogger, so I always have to translate the caption so I can see what is being said. But they have really great information on high-end and luxury releases that are coming up. The first one I wanted to talk about is the new Hermes Highlighters that are going to be coming out. I'm not going to attempt to do the French pronunciation right now, but basically it's a highlighter. It has this beautiful embossing in it. You'll be able to see that on the screen, and it's supposedly coming out in a number of different shades. There's just one shade that's being shown so far, and I'll put the name of it below. I can't remember what it's called. But that looks very exciting. It looks like the compact is the same as their blushes. I would like for it to be a bit of a heavier compact, but it doesn't look like it's any different from the blush compacts. Another thing is a number of new Tom Ford quads that are coming out. I haven't seen all of them, so I'll really just have to wait and see what they all look like and how they compare to the ones that I already have to determine whether I want to buy any of those. One of them is the Naked Pink, which is in a more traditional, the powder formula. It's not the wet dry formula. And I like the sound of the name of it, but when I look at pictures of it, it looks really more brown tan than pink. So not certain, but I don't think I'll be getting that one. Charlotte Tilbury is also coming out with a few new quads, maybe just 2, I'm not sure. They look like they have a mixture of formulas in them. So one of the formulas is like those Hollywood eye little quads that she came out with a few months ago. And then the rest look like more traditional powder or shimmer formulas, but there's something new and different going on with them, at least in terms of the formula. The colors look kind of like all Charlotte Tilbury quads. They're all kind of in the similar range of more neutral type colors for the most part. But the one that I'm looking at right now, it has what appears to be a duochrome shade in it. So that's a little bit interesting. But again, I'm just gonna have to see a little bit more information about these before I make a decision on whether I want to buy any of them or not. Back to Tom Ford, they're coming out with a number of new little cheek duos. So they're calling them Shade and Illuminate Blush Duos, and it looks like they have 6 shades coming out. They're supposed to be coming to the US in July, late July, and apparently Russia in September. So I don't know where Canada stands in that. I'm hoping that they'll be released in Canada at the same time that they're released in the US, but I don't know. A couple of these look really interesting to me. I'll probably be getting at least one of them, though I'm tempted to get most of them, but I just want to kind of pace myself because there are so many things that are really interesting that are coming out. I don't want to go overboard, and I already have so many blushes. So I would like to get at least one of these, maybe 2 or 3, depending on how they end up looking and when they're released and so on. I've also seen on the same page and on other pages too, I think, that Chanel is coming out with blushes that are in the same type of formula as their Waterfresh tint foundation or skin tint. So that's kind of interesting. I don't feel particularly drawn to these. They look like quite sheer blushes, but I think the idea is interesting, but I'm just not particularly drawn to any of these shades or really to overly sheer blushes in general. I don't know how this formula would work for blushes, but it's definitely an interesting idea, but not at the top of my list of things to get. Dior's coming out with new highlighters. You've probably been seeing these around Instagram. I've been seeing them for a few months now, but I think they're finally out in some areas. I haven't seen that they're out in Canada yet. They're just a new highlighter for them. They're called the Dior Forever Couture Luminizer. Again, I'm not especially drawn to any of these, but the packaging is really nice. It's very similar to the new bronzer packaging that they have. And I'd be interested in maybe just trying one shade of these luminizers. I also saw that La Mer is coming out with, it's either a blush or a highlighter, and I don't know if it's just going to be one shade or multiple shades. I can't find the post anymore. I don't know where I found it on Instagram, so I'm sorry I can't show you. But that's just something to keep in mind, that apparently La Mer is coming out with a new blush or highlighter product. The last thing I wanted to talk about, this I found out about through the Beauty News official Instagram page, and apparently Bite Beauty is coming out with some new lipsticks. They have apparently already come out with the current Cravings collection, which it looks like is only available on the Bite Beauty website. It's 4 shades of a more sort of satin. It looks very similar to their now discontinued Amuse-Bouche lipstick range. Kind of a nude peachy color. There's a very bright peachy coral, a classic red, and a more sort of hot pink magenta type color. And apparently these are not vegan in formula. So Bite, that's why they discontinued so many things. A couple of years ago, they revamped everything to make all their formulas vegan, but apparently these 4 are not vegan. So that makes me think that it's probably quite similar to their Amuse-Bouche lipstick range that no longer exists. The more exciting thing to me is that Bite is bringing out a whole new lipstick range, and this is also through Beauty News official. It's called the Power Move Hydrating Soft Matte Lipstick, and it's a clean, vegan, hydrating, soft matte lipstick powered by nourishing cocoa butter for lasting lightweight color. So these look quite interesting. It looks like some of the shades are actually carryovers from the discontinued Amuse-Bouche lipstick line, and some appear to be new colors as well. I have a number of their older lipsticks, and I like the formula, and the colors were always really appealing to me. That's why I have so many of them. But I always found that the colors ended up looking very different and much darker on my lips than they look in the bullet, or than I was expecting them to look. So I will be really curious to try these new matte ones. Some of the new shades look really, really interesting and exciting. So I'm excited about these and curious to see what the effect is going to be like on the lips, and if I'm going to have that same problem with the colors really darkening on my lips, or if they're going to stay more true to color on me. So these are coming out July 11th on the Sephora app, and I think July 12th on the regular Sephora site and in store. tons of new shades. They look really pretty, so that's an exciting release coming up. I think those are all the things that I wanted to talk about. It was just kind of strange how so much news was coming out just in the last few days. So when that happens, I like to just make a little list so I can remember, you know, what's coming up, what to save money for, and what to be on the lookout for. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any comments or questions below. And if you'd like to see more from me and you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I'd really love for you to do so. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.